everyone, it's Lynnea, and I have a video for the Scrapping for Less blog and YouTube channel today. I'm going to be using the Sunny Studio Snow-Kissed stamp set. This stamp set has 3 of the cutest little penguins, and so I'm going to stamp them all with VersaFine Onyx Black ink onto some watercolor cardstock, and I'm actually going to stamp them twice. This is something that I do a lot of the times when I'm stamping in case I make a mistake, but in this case I wanted to use all 3 of the penguins twice so I could make 6 Christmas tags. I'm going to be using my preferred method of coloring, which is watercolor, with my Staedtler felt-tipped markers. These markers come in a variety of packs, and you can get them pretty much anywhere. But I encourage you to really use what you have on hand. If you want to use pan watercolors, if you prefer alcohol markers, use whatever you have. I just prefer to use these markers. So when I color, I just add some darker color around the edges and then pull the color out with a water brush. In this case, the black didn't seem black enough for me in the middle, so I scribbled down some of the color on my work surface and just filled it in. And I'm going to show you how I color white. I just pick the lightest gray color that I have and add the color where I think the darkest shadow should be. So under his hat and under his scarf, around the curve of his belly is where I'm going to put it. And then I'll grab my water marker, or my water brush rather, and just pull the color out. And I'm not super careful to make sure it's all blended evenly because I want a little bit of that darker shadow left underneath his hat and underneath his scarf. And I love how when I blended out the color, it kind of looks like he's a little bit dirty because, you know, penguins live outside. So I thought it looked like maybe he had been playing in the snow all day and he got a little bit dirty from playing. So I just picked out my colors, like I said, and I am matching the colors to the Sunny Studio Holiday Cheer paper pad. So for this little one, I picked some green colors and colored him in. And I wanted every penguin to have a little bit of shimmer and shine. So I grabbed my Ganzi Tambi watercolor, and these are the Starry color set. And it just gives some shimmer. I'm going to try to hold this up to the camera in a little bit and show you. You can't really tell how shimmery it is in real life. It adds just the perfect touches. So when I color a bunch of images, I like to do it in stages. So you can see here, I colored all the shimmery parts of my penguins. I colored all their little noses, all the black, and all the whites of their tummies all at once. And then I go in and just kind of do that step by step. It makes everything easier. So here you can see that I've colored everything up. All my images are all done, and I had picked markers that matched these pattern papers. I used just a regular tag die, and I will link to one in the Scrapping for Less store. It's not going to be the same one, but any tag die will work here. And I die cut 2 tags from each of the 3 patterns of paper, so 6 tags total. But I wanted a white sentiment, and I didn't think that it would show up really well on the papers, so I also die cut 6 tags from vellum, so I could stamp a sentiment and white heat emboss onto them. And I'm just showing you here how I heat emboss on vellum. I do short bursts of heat. I let my gun get good and hot, bring it to my vellum just for a second, and then pull it away. So you'll see me here, heat it up and pull it away, heat it up and pull it away. And I did the same thing. I stamped a bunch of those snowflakes from the Sun-Kissed stamp set all over the backgrounds of these vellum tags, and it just gave a cute little background for my penguins to sit on. I added some foam squares, and I made sure that I cut some down so I could cover up all the backs of those little penguins so that when they were attached to a gift, they wouldn't get smushed or anything. And then just to finish them off, I'm using some tulle. I cut it down and folded it up and put it through that little notch at the top of the tag. And then I'm going to tie some twine into a bow. And I'm only going to make you sit through watching me tie one of these because this took me a long time. This was what took me the most amount of time to make these tags, was getting the bows right, because my bows always turn out floppy and lopsided and they just don't look pretty. So it took me a long time to tie all the bows, but here you can see just how cute that vellum is on top of the pattern paper. And it kind of slides back and forth so you can get a peek of the paper and a peek of the vellum. So that's it, 6 quick and simple tags for Christmas time. Make sure you head over to my blog or the Scrapping for Less blog to see still photos and for product links. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!